which means you are against compassion, just proves how completely irrational meat, dairy, and egg eaters can be. Vegans are only asking you to change what you eat, not who you are. Stay Jewish. Stay Christian or Catholic. Stay atheist or agnostic. Stay left or right in politics. If you honestly place yourself in the animal's position, there is no way you can justify the things that we do to them and walk away from today's speech saying that you don't care. The ethical compass that most people use to gauge right from wrong is the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. Since no one in this room wants to be treated the way we treat cows, and pigs, and chickens, and turkeys, and fish, there is no need to search for an excuse today not to be vegan. 60 billion land animals, 90 billion marine animals are killed every year on this planet for a sandwich. What kind of society justifies mass murder? Stop thinking that animals aren't victims because they aren't human. It's the mindset of the victimizer that's evil, and this is what needs to be examined and corrected because it never changes no matter who the victim is. It always goes something like this. No, you don't count. No, you don't matter. No, I'm more important than you. No, I laugh at the suffering I inflict on you. I'll kill you and your family whenever I want, however I want. Prove to me why I should be kind to you. It is not your right to deny animals their freedom and their rights, so you can harm them, enslave them, and kill them. That is not what rights are about. That's injustice. There is no counter-argument to veganism. Accept it. You can't be right all the time. Apologize for the way you've been living. Make amends and evolve. Move forward. Now, all throughout history, there's a reason why most people have always been on the wrong side of what's right. And that's because the truth has never been accepted overnight. It always has to pass through 3 stages. First, it is ridiculed. Yeah, people always make fun of something they don't understand, especially when it involves being kind to someone else. Second stage, denial and violent opposition. People refuse to believe there's an atrocity taking place, and they fight tooth and nail to keep the status quo as is. Third stage, acceptance. There is no longer a need to explain it because everyone understands. Now, unfortunately, it usually takes hundreds, sometimes thousands of years for the truth to pass through these stages. I'm going to try and do it today in around 45 minutes. And in order for the truth to be accepted, we do have to witness the atrocities. The 5.5-minute video we're about to watch, that footage was taken throughout America, Britain, and Israel. And if you feel the need to turn away or close your eyes during this video, you might want to ask yourself a question. If it's not good enough for my eyes, then why is it good enough for my stomach? Where do we get off claiming to be intelligent and civilized when all we do is act like barbarians? I should not have to be here today begging you to be kind to someone who has never harmed you. Do you understand that humans are the oppressors? We are the attackers. We are the tormentors. And tormentors cannot be more special than the tormented. I will forever be embarrassed to stand upright and call myself human, like that's something to be proud of. You've got to be kidding me. So how come with the animals in that video with dogs and cats, people would be outraged? And if they were kids, the world would scream bloody murder. Instead, the victims are cows and chickens and fish. And all of a sudden, no one cares? It's okay? So I am a little confused here. Is the slaughterhouse the problem? Or is the problem just who's getting killed in the slaughterhouse? Because it's a house of slaughter. Why does it even exist? Especially in a country that loves to say, never again. It'll never happen again. I got some harsh news for you. The animal holocaust was happening long before the Jewish Holocaust, during the Jewish Holocaust, and it's still happening today. It is time for Israel to become the first nation on this planet to abolish concentration camps once and for all. Because peace begins at the dinner table with what you put into your body on a daily basis. Good people don't talk about kindness. They practice it. And they certainly don't pray about love on the weekends. They actually give it all the time. I know you have the capability of understanding right from wrong because you hate people who harm children. Why not hate people who harm animals? It's hypocritical. Why protect one victim and then violate and ignore the other victim when neither victim wants nor deserves the abuse? They just wish it would end. And stop praising the innocence in children and then ignoring and making fun of the innocence in animals. And everyone has to stop making these idiotic claims that humans are the only ones who are capable of being rational and aware, and that animals operate on instinct only. Let me explain something to everybody in a pretty simple way. Breathing is instinctive. And that is the only instinctive thing that animals do. Everything else is a thought attached to an action. It is not an accident that animals can build a home and return to that home. That they can care for their babies. That they can find shade on a sunny day or seek warmth when it's cold. Figure out when to sleep or stay awake. Locate water to drink. Fly in a V formation, hide when they don't want to be seen, defend their territory. All these actions prove beyond a reasonable doubt that animals have the capacity of being rational and aware. The human animal is the only animal that spends the majority of time not thinking. Eating at McDonald's and Burger Ranch and BBB is not rational thought. But this isn't a competition of intelligence or awareness. This is about justice. When we were kids, each and every single one of us, when our parents or our grandparents sat us down and read us a story, that story was about animals. And when that story was read to us, we smiled and giggled uncontrollably. We even mimicked the noises the animals made. We wanted to play with them so badly.